to my channel. This is Dave and Sports Convo. Please like, share, and subscribe. And most of all, enjoy the video.
Happy Friday, everybody. Excited to be talking about the Carolina Panthers. Today, a lot is going on. I don't know if you heard Cam Newton's statements on 4th and Cam. I would definitely check it out. Definitely will cover it here. Pat McAfee covered it on his show yesterday. Definitely hot topic going on. I'm going to be breaking down their offseason free agents that they have acquired and their draft picks. And also, talk about some David Temper stuff, just to get a layout. But yeah, excited for the season start. Excited for Bryce Young to get another year under his belt to see how he shows out. The team's definitely invested around him to help have a better showing than he did last year. And we'll see what happens. It'll be I hope for the best, and that's the thing. Alabama always be cranking great Alabama quarterbacks, and it'll continue. Bryce Young was the best Alabama quarterback we've known, for sure. All right, so let's start this off. David Temper. All right, he's seeking $650 million taxpayer money from the state to do renovations on the stadium, do upgrades, get it more packable, or even upgraded just to have a better view set so they could better contend for future Super Bowls to be hosted inside Charlotte. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how he goes with that. You think he can pay it himself, but a lot of these owners usually request the city to help them with that, and we'll see how that turns out. As he was the former owner of the minority order of the Steelers, this is his third year, I believe, in his tenure of the Carolina Panthers. Keeps firing all the head coaches. We haven't seen much stability. And we'll see how long this head coach's lifespan is and going forward. Now, if you watched Cam Newton's 4th and Cam, he recently said, and I quote, "The person making them calls isn't at one with the city," as he alluded to David. So, that's the thing. And that's true. Right now, we haven't seen the success since David Temper come in. And they should have Cam Newton as part of their team, some sort of capacity, some type of job to be an ambassador for the team or anything, And again, he should be in the Ring of Honor. He's the best quarterback they'll ever have, the best quarterback there ever was there. Even though he didn't win a Super Bowl there. So yeah, but overall, that's my 2 cents of it, and we'll see going forward. But as you can tell, Cam Newton ain't about this owner, so that's different from what you hear from Lions camp, for sure, but not to get distracted with that. All right, let's talk about their draft picks, all right? They didn't have a first-round pick. Actually, so I just want to say they came out with a total of 7 drafted players, and actually had a player per round, which is great to see. It shows a lot of balance, and not that it always has to be that way, but it's nice to see, easier to coordinate. So they didn't have a first-round pick, but they traded up to the first round with Buffalo and acquired Xavier Legette from South Carolina. Homegrown talent for sure in terms of going to South Carolina University. I would definitely, if you haven't seen any of his interviews, definitely check it out. He is a fantastic human being. But overall, I'm excited that he got a big receiver. He had a great connection with Spencer Rattler of South Carolina. We'll see how that translates for Bryce Young. Hopefully he actually has finally a wide receiver option to go to other than Adam Thielen. Now in the second round, they stole this running back from Texas, Jonathan Brooks from the Dallas Cowboys. What a great pick. We'll see them have a bell cow. He was definitely rated as the best running back coming off injury. We'll see how it is. Apparently it wasn't too much of a severe injury. So we'll see. But out of all the running backs, he was the most highly touted of the draft prior to being selected. And it's crazy how the draft devalues running backs. It's crazy he fell down because usually he should be a first-round pick. So, yeah, great steal, great value there. So, now, and in the third round, they got linebacker Trayvon Wallace from Kentucky, inside linebacker. Great pick. Not a lot of people had him on this high draft boards in terms of their top 10s of linebackers prior to the draft. But, in general, for this system, he's going to be great. He's going to fit in. He's going to rack it up, and hopefully he can learn a lot from Jack Thompson. We'll see how that goes as he's fading out. But usually Carolina has a great linebacking core, so I'm glad they're adding that, especially after the departure of having Brian Burns, even though he's an outside. Still got to upgrade that linebacker room. So now we got the 4th round. They got Javarius Sanders, tight end from Texas. Great tight end. He was valued as a second-rated tight end in a lot of people's previous mock drafts, and we'll see how it all shows out. But it's nice that they're actually adding a great tight end to the tight end room to help with Bryce Young. And that's the thing. As you can tell through this draft, even though we just talked about linebacker in the third. They're definitely focused on offense, just like how their free agents are, which I'll cover soon. And then the 5th round, we got Chaval Smith-Wade, cornerback, Washington State, out the 5th round, 157 overall. Great pick. That's the thing. There's a lot of corners in this draft. A lot of them fell, so, let's see how he turns out. They got J.C. Horn starting. We'll see how he fits into a good role there. And then in the 6th round, they at 200th overall, they got D-tackle Jaden Crumby from Mississippi State. Great to add to the D-line depth. We'll see how he turns out. He's definitely, big D-tackle. Nice to see them adding to that defensive line, not leaving as it is, especially with, as I said earlier, with Brian Burns. This is going to be a major impact. I got to figure out how to make up for that production. And in the 7th round, at 240th overall, linebacker Michael Barrett from Michigan. Dude, I'm shocked he fell to the 7th round. As a Michigan fan, I think that's a steal for this whole draft. If you want to talk about the gem of this Carolina's whole out of 7, I'm going Michael Barrett. That's going to be a steal. He is going to bring it all out. And back to the upgrade in the linebacker room, him and Trayvon Wallace is going to be great to see. And he's going to be fantastic special teams. He's a fantastic player. Steal. I'm very jealous. I wish he was a Lion, personally. Now, let's talk about some of their free agent additions. They brought back their long snapper, re-signed him. Crowd favorite, J.J. Jansen. Oh, I said Johnson. J.J. Jansen. And then also linebacker, Javanian Clowney on a 2-year deal. Woo! That's going to be help. That's great, And he's from South Carolina, so he's probably going to retire with all y'all. We'll see how he rides it out. But he was fantastic for the Ravens. Let's see what number he rocks. But, yeah, great to add him with the departure of Brian Burns, as I talked about. That's going to be a big hole. I know it's key. I'm shocked they didn't retain him and pay him. But he was asking for a lot. And they got a good draft picks from it. Then they also traded for Deontay Johnson, giving up their corner. Got a nice receiver to help Bryce Young. We'll see how that goes. New start for him from the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then I think this is a major impact signing of the Robert Hunt from Miami Dolphins, 4-year, $100 million, the guard. He is going to be fantastic to help that interior protection. It's going to be a game changer for Bryce Young. He's got, again, we still have to worry about the tackles. But overall, in terms of the interior guard, they went with him. And then they went with Damian Lewis from the Seattle Seahawks with a 4-year, $53 million guard. So they added right off the bat 2 guards re-signed. Let's go. They didn't try to draft and develop. They're like, we need this now. And it was great signings. I'm jealous. I wish, honestly, Lions got either one of them. And then former Lions, speaking of Lions, they brought in re-signed tackle A'Shawn Robinson on a 3-year, $22.75 million contract. That's a great. I'm mad. I wish I had him back on the Lions. He's been jumping around. He's been a great mercenary, but he's great for the depth to add to the D tackle. And they'll develop Jaden Crumby that I talked about. They got in the 6th round, so great to pair with him. And then also in terms of add to the linebacker room, Josie Sale, I don't know if I say his name, from Denver Broncos, 3-year deal, $22.75 million contract. Big addition. So, yeah. I'm liking what the Carolina's doing. They're definitely going to be better than what they were before. But again, they were the worst team. So not much to go from there. But I assume they won't be the worst team again. They're definitely not going to make playoffs. And we'll see what happens. And I'm rooting for the best for them. And keep pounding away for them. And that's the thing. Carolina Panthers, it's tough roads ahead. But overall, they're going in the right direction. They're trying to build Bryce Young to see what they got with him. And I'm hoping for the best. And Xavier Legette, I would tell you right now, go check out an interview. It's fantastic content to see. And, other than that, that is the Carolina's offseason that we know of so far. Definitely, I would check out 4th and Cam. I'm sure you all do, whoever follows Carolina Panthers. And, thanks for watching this podcast episode. Thank you again, and tune in next Friday as I have to be talking about Cincinnati Bengals. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go. Woo. Fantastic to talk about them. Joe Burrow coming back. We'll see how he's looking. I'm sure he's got a new hairdo. And, thanks again for watching. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you again.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I had a great time doing it. Thanks for your time watching. And please don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe. I also have a Instagram account at David Sports Convo. I also have a Twitch stream under with David SC, and then I have a Patreon account, David Sports Convo. Check it all out for all of each platform with its own exclusive content, doing everything related to this amazing sports world that we live in. Thank you all again for your time, and have a wonderful day.